Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. There's no reason to be alarmed. Welcome to Microphone Therapy. I am Joe Spiegel.
I am your co-pilot, Mike Sutherland.
And let's just get into this.
Two good-looking guys sharing a cramped office, running the galaxy together, just getting the job done, Maybe we do it occasionally, but it's not weird, because we're just two guys with raging goals,
You know?
Raging goals. All right, what are we doing this time?
So, there's a guy named David Kuntz-Angel, Kuntz-Angel, and he was convicted of numerous sex charges involving an underage complainant in British Columbia. He applied for a mistrial, questioning the mental faculties of Justice Neill Brown back actually yesterday. And this is amazing because this guy is a David Lee Roth impersonator. He's been doing this for years as a David Lee Roth impersonator.
Right when I saw his picture, I go, yeah, it looks like it came out of his asshole.
Yeah. A BC Supreme Court, British Columbia Supreme Court Justice. Mental faculties were put under question on Monday by a Chilliwack man convicted of sexual interference with an underage female. David Angel was scheduled for a sentencing hearing following his conviction in August on 2 counts of sexual interference, 2 counts of invitation to sexual touching, 1 count each of assault and uttering threats. Instead of sentencing, however, defense counsel Chantal Paquette advised the court she was asking the court to consider a mistrial, citing questions over the mental health of Justice Neill Brown, who convicted Kuntz-Angel after a 20-day trial. Brown was not in court. Instead, the case was being heard by Justice David Lee out of Kamloops. Those are some names. Status is unclear, and an emailed request for information to the Supreme Court's communication officer was not responded to. We do need to inquire about how to get information as to why Justice Brown was replaced, and I make those inquiries because observations throughout the course of the trial have raised, in my view, legitimate concerns about the mental faculties of Justice Brown, and that they may have been impaired, and they may have impaired his ability to preside over the trial. Crown Counsel Michelle Ray responded firstly that this was very uncommon, adding that her office had only been served with notice on Thursday and did not have a strong position. Ray did say that Crown had not made similar observations in the trial regarding Brown's mental faculties, something that was not addressed by any parties during the trial or by those in the in the gallery. We do not support the allegations that Justice Brown was suffering from mental impairment, adding that the Crown also did not support Paquette's request to get personal information about Justice Brown's health or to inquire why he is no longer presiding over the case. Well, actually, they should be supporting why he's no longer presiding over the case. That should be made public, because if you are a justice and you are removed from the case, why were you removed?
Yeah.
That's important public knowledge. I have some concerns, and this is an appeal masquerading as a mistrial application. Kuntz-Angel faces 12 charges. Oh, he faced 12 charges in total during the trial that involved his grooming the complainant from age 8 to age 19 when she complained to police. Brown acquitted him of sexual exploitation, sexual assault causing bodily harm, and 1 count of procuring, but he convicted Angel of the most serious charges. Going by David Kuntz-Angel in the court system, the 54-year-old has too many aliases to list, not the least of which is David Lee Roth, this former and current, depending on how you see the situation. He's the singer for Van Halen. Whom he has pretended to be in numerous situations over the last 20 years from Ontario to Chilliwack. Kuntz-Angel was accused of grooming the complainant from age 8 to 19. A number of witnesses were called who testified to seeing the couple in highly inappropriate situations. The complainant herself spent considerable time on the stand in often uncomfortable circumstances. At the end of the trial, Justice Brown found the victim's testimony to be credible, and he credited her summoning the courage to testify. Kuntz-Angel, however you want to say it, was found to be obsequious at times and condescending at others. My favorite words to say to people.
I would assume so, because he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong, and the fact that he has to answer for it pisses him off.
So, the Justice Delay laid out the consequences of a mistrial hearing, which he pointed out should be apparent to everyone. If a mistrial is declared, the entire proceedings would have to be commenced again. He also pointed out that Kuntz-Angel is in jeopardy for all original charges again, even those for which he was found not guilty. And for the Crown, it means presentation of all evidence. And that is always difficult for a victim, to relive the events that form the basis for these charges, which is very interesting because this story has been going on for a long, long time. And this guy is a fucking... He's a piece of garbage.
Well, hopefully he goes away because life will go on without him.
Ugh, shut up. That wasn't loud enough. What is this? Never mind. Where is that one? There it is. That would be nice. Apparently none of it's working.
Under construction?
That was kind of cool.
We are at war.
Yeah, if you do it this way, hold on. Get that double explosion. Oh, yeah.
It's like those Allahu Akbar fucking videos on YouTube.
Allah Akbar!
There's some... Oh, God. Every once in a while, man. There's just some on there that is so funny.
Allah Akbar!
Oh, God. Or there's other ones like there's one where there's a fat chick on one of these playground equipment, and her boyfriend is on part of it, like it's like a merry-go-round, and she's making it like swivel back and forth, and all of a sudden her weight makes him fly off it at like warp speed, and then
I've seen that one.
Someone
he flips out, and then you see him just spinning around the earth.
Yeah, and then it's playing this weird, funny song where guys go on the way. It's just so dumb. I love it.
I have no idea what this one is. Apparently, it doesn't want to play. Well, come on,
just let it wait till we're in the middle. There we go. Does that mean masturbating?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it, buddy.
You know what you should have? You should have the sound of the old engine trying to start and it starts coughing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Of course you do, because it's made famous on Looney Tunes, though.
Oh, that's why. What was that one? Oh, that's like a Tesla car.
All right. So back to the cunt.
Maybe. Gotta get all these stupid. All right. Just so that you guys know.
That is one hell of a delay. Maybe the FTC has gotten into your computer.
Apparently. This is a punch sound effect.
That's a punch sound effect?
Don't you watch Looney Tunes?
It just sounds it sounds like a giant bag being dropped on the ground in like an airplane hangar.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much the sound effect of somebody being punched. But yeah, it's the same sound effect. A man known for pretending to be Van Halen singer David Lee Roth was arrested on charges of having underage sex. David Kuntz-Angel faces 12 counts stretching back to 2006.
Did you really just say that?
That's what it says here. He had been on the run for several months before being caught on January 3rd. This is why I believe the story 100%. He was found guilty. He's been on the run and avoiding police. He finally got caught in British Columbia. He spent more than a decade trying to persuade people he was a rock star. In 2008, he identified himself as Roth after being stopped for speeding by Canadian police while the real singer was performing in New York City. Good job, guys. Various witnesses recall the time when Kuntz-Angel used his passing physical similarity to Roth to receive free grooming treatments, among other things. In 1989, he was accused in a murder trial of trying to persuade one of his girlfriends to kill another one. So this is not the first time that he's been on trial. His mesmerizing personality was said to have been behind his ability to convince people that he is David Lee Roth. Kuntz-Angel was apprehended after a struggle in which he was pepper sprayed to subdue him. Charges including having groomed a female victim over a 10-year period, touching a young person of sexual purpose, 2 counts of sexual assault, and 2 counts of assault. Crown Counsel Sandra Di Curzio used the impersonation claims to argue against setting bail for Kuntz-Angel, telling Chilliwack, if this is a person who goes by multiple names, how is he going to be monitored in the community? He goes by David Lee Roth. She added that he used the name in at least 2 nearby stores, and a bail report has suggested that he might be using as many as 19 different identities. Judge Wendy Young denied bail, and he is to remain in custody, but we already know that.
Instead of Diamond Dave, we'll call him Crystal Kuntz.
Crystal Kuntz. So, yeah, we have that guy. And, frankly, I've known about this guy for a while. The Van Halen community has known this guy for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, frankly, I'm glad that he's behind bars. When I saw that thing, when I saw this email message that he was in trial for whatever, I had forgotten about him for a while.
Yeah.
But, I mean, between 2006 and 2014 or so, because he had popped up on the radar a couple of times.
Yeah.
And like last year when he got caught, all of those things that had happened when he got caught is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, the guy was in trial for attempting to kill somebody. This is the kind of fucking person that's been on the streets, from 2006 to now.
Yeah.
And nobody monitored him. Nobody cared enough to do something about it. And for 10 years, he groomed a 9-year-old girl. What the fuck is going on?
Seemed like more people cared more about him impersonating David Lee Roth than about what he was doing to young girls.
Well, when they do those things, they don't fucking announce it to the world.
Yes, dear.
See, when they do that stuff, it's all generally, they don't want anybody to know about it. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. When she finally gets like of age, this is my girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And then they can change hair color and style and this and that and the other thing, and convince people, especially if you're as charismatic, if you're like a David Lee Roth type of charisma, you pretty much can fucking convince anybody of what you're doing. Bozdie bop, titty bop. Right?
Yeah, unless you can see through the bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to see through the bullshit.
No, they like the fantasy.
Yeah. So, it's David Lee Roth, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. If this guy was talking to me, I would probably just see a meth head or something.
No, not necessarily. You would, if he could provide the evidence that he is, you'd be like, holy shit, this is David Lee Roth. And then, because you get ethered up.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you're like now if you're with me and I get ethered up and you're not directly in front of the ether,
yeah,
I can see you going, this is fucking bullshit. This is not David Lee Roth. Because I do the same thing. Like, my friends will get all ethered up, and since you're not in the path of the ether,
yeah,
you're just kind of standing away, and you're like, that guy's a fucking liar. I heard everything he says.
Yeah,
that's not who he says he is. Blah blah blah. So it affects people in certain weird ways. So yeah,
it's just like how family can trigger you, but people outside of family can't.
Yeah,
yeah,
or vice versa.
Yeah, it's like when you're in it, you can't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
like my marriage.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about most of this stuff is that this is the reason why we're talking about it. Is, this guy is just going through trial. Who knows what's going to happen? He wants a mistrial. This is coming from a guy that tried to have someone killed. So let's put that in perspective. And that wasn't involved in the report that I initially read.
Yeah.
I had to go through and look for another report, to get a history, because we can find out a history of this guy. It's not a big deal. But reporters love to conveniently leave facts out. And that's an important fucking fact. So, yeah. British Columbia, Canada is having a lot of problems right now.
Sounds like they don't have the same kind of double jeopardy laws that we have here.
No, they don't. Their double jeopardy laws. I don't even know if they have double jeopardy laws.
Yeah, it's weird because from what you read, I believe what I took from it was if like he doesn't get convicted of everything, but yet he can.
If they do a mistrial,
yeah,
they have to do the whole thing over again.
So even the things that he was found not guilty for doesn't matter anymore because now it's like redo.
Right, but but he wasn't not necessarily not found guilty. They just convicted him of the more aggressive charges.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that he's not guilty of that stuff. It's just
I mean, well, that's why I didn't say the word innocent.
Yeah, he's definitely not innocent.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like O.J. Simpson, not guilty but not innocent also.
Right. But here's the other thing with that is Canada's laws are much different in terms of double jeopardy and whatnot.
Yeah,
they also have a human rights tribunal council. And people fucking take advantage of that. Like people take advantage of, like companies take advantage of the DMCA strikes on YouTube and copyright strikes. It's that bad. It's crazy. So when it comes right down to it, the whole fucking process is broken in most cases. If you listen, like I said, if you listen to Diana Davison and things like that, or the shows like that, then you have a much better understanding. If you're from Canada, you're going to have a much better understanding than I do. I'm just reporting what I hear and doing some background investigation to get the whole story and let you guys make a determination. But except for this guy, he's a fucking piece of shit.
All right, so you heard it here from Dave TV.
You know what you want. I don't have the Dave TV thing on here.
It's okay. I did it good enough without trying to yell too loud. Fine, I guess not then.
Yeah, so fuck off. I have to fix that, but
all right,
it's all good.
So, as always, thank you for listening.
No, you're supposed to do. This is your captain speaking.
All right.
Get it right, dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. There's no reason to be alarmed. Goodbye. I don't remember what to add to the end of it.
But the show is over, and now you get to go home. There's no reason to be alarmed, but we're
two guys with raging goals, you know?
Just two guys with raging goals.
Raging gonads.